What did you think of his performance against South Alabama?
We had a long discussion on Dan today, and as we've always said, he's a work in progress, but he is progressing. If you look at his pad level, if you look at his effort, it is improving. There's still a long ways to go, but yeah, so I think when you start doing things better, your production shows up.
Did you see him start to gain maybe some confidence, maybe a better attitude in practice this week because of last weekend?
Well, he's always had a good attitude. He's just so quiet, you don't know it all the time. But he's always listening, learning, and trying. So, I've never had an issue with his attitude. So, he's had a good week of practice. I thought today, again, he was probably really lively probably the most lively at the end of a practice that I've seen him.
You talk about the challenges that Georgia produces your defensive line with their running back.
Yeah, the running back stable, they have a bunch of them. They're fantastic backs. And I think the thing where is their speed threatens you that you really have to be able to fit up a play. Everybody has to be in their gap. We talk about where the team motto this week is one, and so everybody on the defense is one defense. Everybody's got to be in their gap because these backs can hurt you.
Steve, going back to it seems like he just showed up on the was more noticeable on Saturday. Is he close to what you guys want him to be in terms of his production?
No, but neither is anybody else out there, I think as a D-line, we're coming along, but we've got so far to go. Sometimes we talk in terms of these guys are all freshmen in our program. They've only been with us a few months. So I really see some good development. I think we got some confidence out of last week. I see a little livelier step, a little look in their eyes. So, I think he, along with everybody else, is, coming on.
How much can it help Corey Green to have some success as he did last week in key moments just to be more confident?
Well, I think, I think anytime you come off injury, unless you've ever done that, there's always that moment of truth when you're not sure it's going to hold up. So I think he's past that threshold. He's now playing in games. His reps are adding up. And so I think he's gaining that confidence that I'm full speed, full go. And obviously he adds something to us. He adds the element of quickness and burst that was nice to see on the field.
When did you first think Corey Miller, even in the offseason or spring, was going to be a productive player, or even during preseason camp?
Well, you always thought that because he's such a great kid, that his attitude and work habits and leadership, and so you always felt he would do that, but developing his physical skills. So I think it's come along where we're asking a lot of Corey. He plays a lot of spots. You'll see him lined up everywhere across the board. So he's not only doing it physically, but mentally he's doing a good job.
And what about moving forward in the middle? It seemed that he made 2 plays in the day moving to the middle. About that?
Well, it goes back to what, day one I said we're going to put guys in positions to be successful. So if it's passing downs, I think you're going to see our best 4 pass rushers out there. So that's kind of, and Corey's able to handle that. That's what I'm saying. Mentally, he can play outside, he can play inside, he can play over the center. So he's really taking that challenge and able to play a lot of positions for us.
The SEC's been known for so long as this tough defense kind of league. Have you been surprised at the points that the teams around the SEC have put up so far this season?
Well, I think statistically you see that across the country. It's no fun to coach on defense. So the offenses are all rolling. So, we know that against Georgia we got to stop the run. First of all, we've got to be perfectly fitted because the backs have great speed. And then when it is pass situations, we've got to be able to put some pressure on the quarterback.
I think Coach has referred to Aaron Murray as a Sunday quarterback several times. What makes him stand out even more so this year than years past?
Well, I think obviously he's playing with great confidence. Obviously he's a very good competitor. Much like the kid we played last week, I think both quarterbacks have that competitor, makeup to him. So I think that, and then, you just watch him. He makes good decisions. I think he's got some toughness. He takes some shots, gets right back up. So I just think he's got all those great qualities of a quarterback.